Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious people, for serious tarot people. Most of what passes as tarot on the internet these days is basically lollipops and rainbows. You get people who try to be something for everybody. You can't be that way, never will be that way. But they try. And they try in any number of ways, keeping their readings very light. They may put out 30, 40, 50 cards or more. So they can cover every single aspect that you possibly can cover so that there is something there for the viewer, listener to grab onto. Whether it's true or not doesn't make any difference. It's just say stuff that they like. I don't do that here. I'm not out to get you angry. Okay, that doesn't accomplish anything. What I'm here to help you do is manifest. And so I take the circumstances we find ourselves living in today, which frankly is a shithole. Okay, let's be absolutely honest. That's one of the things that you're going to see in every one of my readings. And I do a brand new reading every day, 365, holidays, whatever, doesn't make any difference. My goal is to inspire you to manifest, because manifesting is the strongest power that any human being has. If you can create it in your mind's eye, you can hear it, taste it, see it, feel it, smell it, touch it. Well, I think feel it says the same thing. You know, you get the idea. If you can put together this image in your mind, you will see it manifest in your life. Now, will it turn out exactly the way you've pictured it in your head? No. That takes a little bit of flexibility on your part. But there have been, and I've been around for a long, long time. I've done astrology for 50 years, done tarot for 20. So I'm an old guy. I've seen a lot, done most of what I wanted to do. I have had things manifest in my life on several occasions. They do not exactly conform to what I had in my head. I mean, if you take a look at the final situation, yes, exactly. But are the colors the same? Does the street look the same? Does the person look the same? Not exactly. But if you step back, you can see that it is exactly what your heart or spirit wanted. Maybe your eyes got fooled. Maybe your ears got fooled. But your spirit, your heart, got what it wanted. Same thing with manifesting. And one of the other keys to manifesting is work within your life purpose. I don't know where we get the life purpose. It could be another life. We come in here, we reincarnate because this time we got to do this job or whatever it is. One of the reasons I like astrology so much is that you can, at birth, get a person's chart and you can talk about their life. What kind of character they're going to have, what kind of personality they're going to have, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. When are they going to have some of the better times? When are they going to have some of the tougher times? You can do that right from birth. Astrology is the science of cycles, and it is a science. I keep sending people back to 1948. An RCA engineer, that was the Radio Corporation of America. It was a big deal in the 40s and 50s and such. But he was tasked with the idea of finding out how to keep communications open with the U.S. military. By 1948, the Cold War was beginning to set in. The United States was setting up bases, military bases all around the world. They wanted to make sure they could keep communicating. So he was tasked with the idea of help us know when certain disruptions or when communications could get disrupted worldwide. And he used astrology. It wasn't intended. He was an engineer. He didn't intend it, but he kind of backed his way into it. In the beginning, he looked at Jupiter-Saturn cycles, and then he expanded it to virtually all the planets. But in the 45 years this RCA engineer was doing this, he was accurate more than 95% of the time. So there is a science to astrology. Again, it's the science of cycles. Similarly, but not the same, with tarot, it's the science of potential. Here you see 5 cards on the screen. That's all you're going to see on the screen. I don't want you to get distracted by moving objects and dancing this and bright colors. Don't want that. Most people close their eyes and they listen. Let the images come from within them, not from outside, but from within them. That's where the power lies. 5 cards together create a frequency. Within 12 minutes, I will tell you what that frequency is. You won't have to guess. There's not 50, 60, 100 cards. I'm not talking bullshit. We get right to the point. We live in very critical times. Maybe the most critical time human beings have ever faced in recorded history. That goes back about 7,000 years. You can go much farther back than that. We do know that humans or beings of some sort existed. But there was an interruption around 11, 12,000 BC called the Younger Dryas. Apparently wiped out life on the planet. And we had to restart about 7,000 years ago. So in the last 7,000 years, recorded history says it's the first time human beings have been able to wipe themselves out. But we have the capacity. Question is, do we have the wisdom to prevent that? Ask me 7 times a day and I'll give you 7 different answers. I'm not sure. I'm leaning toward no, we're not smart enough, we're not wise enough to be able to avoid our own destruction. But if you ask me an hour from now, maybe I'll feel different. It's that kind of a thing. And that's sort of what takes us to our reading today. Because the middle card is the Oracle card. It always kind of sets the mood for the reading. And today the Oracle card is Between Worlds. Kind of like where I'm at right now, as I explained to you. Well, you ask me now, let's see, as human beings, are they going to make it through? They're too damn dumb. No, they're not going to. And they exhibit the incapacity to resolve their issues, to save themselves every single day. Again, maybe a couple hours from today, or from right now, I'll feel a little bit better, a little more encouraged. I do that. It happens day to day, up, down, and that's what this is about. Between worlds. Yeah, I think I can make it. No, I don't think I can make it. Yeah, I think I can make it. No, I don't think I'm going to make it. You get the idea? We're kind of dazed and confused, to borrow a phrase. We're stuck between worlds, and I mean stuck. The number up in the right-hand corner is number 3. And the reason we're stuck is because we don't have that 3 energy. 3, in usual tarot, indicates some sort of a third party. Not when we're manifesting tarot, and certainly not with me. The 3 means lining up the mind, the body, the spirit. The energy in your mind, the energy of your spirit, the energy of your heart. Line those 3 up. And man, you got something. You got something. You can manifest. And if you can line up your mind, body, spirit energies, you're not dazed and confused. You're not stuck between 2 worlds. You're grounded. Grounded. What does that mean? Well, the meme for today has a great definition. It says, grounded is a state of being fully conscious and present in the moment. Not yesterday, not forecasting tomorrow, right now. This means that no matter what is going on around us, we stay balanced, we stay centered, we stay aligned with our soul and true self. Alrighty? That's the 3 number in Between Worlds, mind, body, spirit. We are aligned and centered and balanced. Easy to say, man, it's damn difficult to do. And they make it that way because if they can keep us off tilt, they got us. They got us in control. So that's the battle right now, is to find our balance, our center, our alignment. We need to be grounded. That's the deal. You get there, you're not dazed and confused anymore. You're not stuck between 2 worlds. How does it work? Let's go all the way to the left. We got the Chariot card. Chariot card is probably the perfect card to begin this reading with because the Chariot card talks about direction. Talks about self-control, talks about willpower, talks about focus. Sounds like the Chariot card talks about being grounded. And it's not with physical force. If you notice on the card, yes, he has 2 Sphinx dogs type things supposedly pulling his chariot, but he has no reins on them. He's controlling them with his mind. He's controlling them with his focus. He has self-control. A lot of us, in fact, most human beings want freedom. They just don't want the responsibility that goes with it. In the United States here, part of our Constitution says this is a government by the people, of the people, for the people. And yet you look at the politicians, you look at Washington, they go, they don't represent us at all. Well, that's because we don't represent ourselves at all. We're stupid, lazy, myopic cowards. And those are our best qualities. We have to get into action. You begin with controlling and focusing yourself. Use willpower on yourself. It begins with us. Yes, it's easy to point the finger at other people, but nothing changes, including us. We are the problem. We could end all this bullshit overnight if we decided to take the responsibility that freedom demands. But we don't. That's what the Chariot's all about. Next card is the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups says, I am leaving what I love or what I'm used to, and I'm going somewhere else. Eight of Cups talks about walking away and finding a new direction, burning bridges, not going back. And that's really where we are as humanity. The world sucks so big, so bad. It is so evil. That curtain has been pulled back over the last few years. Conclusively, I saw back at 9/11, I saw back at the Kennedy assassination, something was wrong. Vietnam was a fake. The Tonkin Gulf, according to the Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara, was a staged event. We didn't have to get into Vietnam. But the corporate powers wanted us to. And so I kind of early on in my life began to kind of go, wait, what the hell's up with this? What's this? What's this? What's this? I didn't put the pieces together till 9/11. 9/11, I went, got it. Got it. When I saw 3 buildings pancake, that's a sign of demolition. According to the architects and engineers who do buildings. When I saw 2 planes bring down 2 huge buildings. Do you know a steel building has never, ever come down after a plane or 2, or in some cases 3 planes have hit a building? Fire never brought a steel building down. Why 3 in one day? Well, that's when I began to change. A lot of people haven't. Because it's too tough to admit you've been a sucker all your life. Now, that's not true. You haven't been a sucker. You've been lied to. Big difference between the two. But now that you know, what are you going to do about it? Well, you go for justice. That's the next card. Justice. Fairness. Balance. That's what it's all about. Right? You're looking for the truth. Or are you really? And if you find the truth, what are you going to do about it? Probably nothing. Final card is the Two of Wands. Twos are always decisions. Here you see them, this individual, looking out, holding a globe in one hand, got a staff in the other. He's trying to have a positive vision of the future. He wants to see the sun rise. He wants to see humanity bright, shiny, positive. But he's got a job to do. With himself first. Face the truth, act on the truth, and start to manifest a much better future. That's the gig. But right now we're dazed and confused. We can stop anytime we damn well please. Question is, will we ever please? That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao manifested reading. Between now and the next time we get together, peace and blessings.